Every hardware project starts with the same question: how to get the selected controllers and sensors to work together as a single system. Usually this means writing code, searching for libraries, and adapting different devices to each other. CeresFlows takes a different approach. This platform divides the hardware into two independent parts. The first is the controller, which must be able to communicate with CeresFlows. The second is the devices that must be recognized and understood by the system itself. This is why Firmware Builder and Template Builder exist. Firmware Builder creates optimized firmware for the specific controller. You choose the model, the communication method, serial, Wi-Fi, or MQTT, and only the commands that you will actually use. Instead of universal firmware with unnecessary features, minimal and optimized code is generated, tailored to the capabilities of the specific platform. This reduces the memory used, simplifies implementation, and allows even more limited controllers to work reliably with CeresFlows. It is important to understand that this firmware does not contain automation, analytics, or business logic. The controller does not make decisions. It executes the received commands, returns the raw data, and implements the necessary mechanisms for reliable communication. All the intelligence remains in CeresFlows, which makes the hardware easy to replace, upgrade, and maintain. Once the controller is prepared, it is time for the Template Builder. If you have a sensor that does not yet exist in the CeresFlows catalog, you do not need to change the program code. It is enough to create a template. A template is a complete description of the device. It defines how CeresFlows should communicate with the sensor, what command to use, how to interpret the received data, in what units of measurement it arrives, in what base units it should be stored, what roles it can perform, what calibrations it supports, and what settings will be available to the user. All communication commands in the platform are universal. Instead of developing new code for each sensor model, the template only configures the already existing commands with the parameters of the specific device. This way, new hardware can be added without changing the system, and the same template format is used for both built-in devices and those created by users. Once the template is saved and the platform is restarted, the new device automatically appears in the catalog and can be used in the same way as all other built-in sensors. Templates can be edited, shared, and used by the entire community, making the platform constantly extensible. Firmware Builder and Template Builder work together, but they perform two different tasks. The first prepares the controller to speak the CeresFlows language. The second teaches CeresFlows to understand the new hardware. It is this architecture that allows the platform to not be limited to specific manufacturers or devices, but to adapt to almost any controller and sensor capable of communicating with it. It doesn't matter what hardware you choose. If it can communicate, CeresFlows can make it part of its ecosystem